welcome back for another Friday Revelation. So, this week's revelation, we're still working and we're talking about building relationships or building our personal relationships. And this one came from a post that I did maybe sometime last year, and I went back and I looked at it and I'm like, this could possibly be a Friday Revelation. Well, it was a Friday Revelation, but it was before I started doing videos because I'm working on my self-confidence as part of my Nobody's Princess lifestyle. Pledge number one, building our self-confidence, which is my self-confidence will propel me forward and give me access to acknowledge and use my voice, so I will continue to build it up. So that's what we're doing here with our YouTube's Friday Revelations. Don't forget to download the pledge if you want to learn how to live that Nobody's Princess life with me. So we are going to jump into our Friday Revelation. So I'm going to be looking down for a little bit of this because I want to make sure that I get it right. So the post started with this. Ever have a feeling that you need to make your circle of friends smaller if you want to make real change in your life? I have a Friday revelation for you. It's not the size of the circle that you have to change. It's the quality of the friends in your circle. How do you get more people around you who have the mindset that you are aiming to achieve? How do you elevate your life without alienating yourself to being a loner in the process? So the revelation is, it's not the size of the circle that you have to change. It's the quality of the friends in your circle. So how many of you feel like that? Or how many of you have ever thought about that? Right? Because a lot of times we think of our circle as those people who are going to be with us always, or ride or dies, that are just always there. How many of you have ever thought that, well, maybe I might need to look into updating my circle of friends, right? Because it's not the quality or the quantity of the friends that I have. It's the quality of the people who are in my circle, right? So let's talk about this revelation. Let's go ahead and jump right into the tips on how you can live this revelation. So tip number one, identify what it is that you want in your life. So wherever you are on your current stage in life, I want you to take a look at your next level and figure out what that is, where it is that you want to go, where it is that you are trying to go, what it is that you are trying to achieve. I want you to think about those things. I want you to write it down if you need to, so you can have a good idea of what it is that you want. To make a list and write it down. These are the things that I want when I go to my next level. After you've written it down, I want you to think about the people who are in your circle. How many of them do you think want to get to that next level where you're going? How many of them do you think will discourage you from going to that next level? Think about it. I mean, it's a serious question. It's a serious question. How many do you think will actually support you as you are trying to get to that next level? Think about that and the people that are in your circle. And I want to talk about this saying that Steve Harvey said maybe a couple of weeks ago on his motivation. If you follow Steve Harvey on Instagram, I love his motivational videos. You should watch it. But it was one where he said, those who come with you, and I'm probably butchering it, right? But he said, those who come with you can't go with you. Everybody that comes with you can't go with you. And he was basically saying, these are like all the people that you grew up with, right? Everybody that came with you to the place that you are at now are not necessarily the people that are going to go with you to your next level. And guess what? That's okay. It's perfectly okay, because they have been in your life for the season that they were meant to be in. And maybe it's time for a new season, and maybe it's time for some of those to step out and just go on their own way. And you just take the people with you who are ready to go with you to that next level, who are going to elevate you up to get to that next level, who probably want to go to that next level with you, because not everybody wants to go there with you. And you have to understand that about the people in your circle. That's why tip number one, you need to identify what it is that you want in life and what it is that your next level looks like. So take the time to think about that and write it down. What does your next level look like? And who are the people that you think are going to take you there or help you to get there? And who are the ones that you want to take there with you? And you can't drag people kicking and screaming with you, because some people, they just don't want to go. They don't want to go beyond where they are, and that's okay. You have to realize that it's okay. And it's okay to let some of them go. Like, seriously, it's okay. Alright, I'm just letting you know, it's okay. We're going to go ahead and jump into tip number two. So tip number two, determine where similar people are who have the same values that you want, and determine where they hang out. So in this day and age, of course, like I said in our last video, some of them hang out in online communities, and then some of them hang out You can use Meetup, like places like Meetup, where it tells you about people who have similar interests as you, and you can find like different spots in town where they meet up on a regular basis, or they meet up like once a month, stuff like that. You can find places where you have people who have similar interests as you, and think about going to hang out with them, going there to meet up with them, finding people who are more like you if they're not in your immediate circle, and going and checking out the vibes. If you don't like one spot, try another one, because you might not find the perfect spot once you start going out there and putting yourself out there. So that's jumping straight into tip number 3. Step out of your comfort zone, right? So this online world, especially these videos, this is me stepping out of my comfort zone, right? I want you to step out of yours too when it comes to meeting new people and building relationships. Step out of your comfort zone and introduce yourself to these new people. So when I was growing up, we didn't have like the children in this day and age. They grew up in a completely digital age. Like they don't know what is it, dial-up is? Like those dial-up CDs that used to come in the mail. Like they have no clue what I'm talking about when I say we did and you had to hear all that crap when you're dialing up, and you have the CDs so you can get a little bit of free internet time. Like I collected those CDs so I can get some free internet time. Like the kids today, they don't understand that at all. They like have no clue what it is that I'm talking about, right? But a lot of people grew up in this digital age now where they don't really talk to people, like have a one-on-one conversation with somebody who's right in front of you. They don't know how to do that. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying they grew up in a different time and they grew up in a different age. So step out of your comfort zone if that's you, and go out there and introduce yourself to people. Just say, hi, my name is, well, you know me, I'm Veli, and I'm interested in XYZ. Like, you guys are going to be in the same spot because you have the same interests. Just go out there and introduce yourself, right? So that's tip number 2 and tip number 3. Determine where the people that have the same values as you hang out. And 3, step out of your comfort zone and introduce yourselves to those people. And then this week we actually have a different tip number 4 that's not share the revelation. Yeah, we do. So this week's tip number 4 is understand that all these connections that you make don't have to be permanent. So if you and Jane, so you met Jane at an Entrepreneurs Foundation, and you guys like talked a couple times, but then afterwards she started like doing some random stuff and you just don't click, then that's not a relationship that you need to continue to pursue, right? So only pursue those relationships that you have a genuine connection with that person. You don't have to, every connection that you make does not have to be a permanent connection. Just understand that. So all these new connections that you're making, just sort out the ones that will bring quality into your life, and just leave the others to the side. Because going back to the revelation, it's not the size of the circle that you have to change, it's the quality of the people that are in your circle. So don't go for quantity here. Don't introduce yourself to everybody that's out there, right? Look for quality people who have the same mindset as you do, and those that you gel with, right? So those are the people that you want to bring into your circle. So this is the last one, and you know what it is already. Share the revelation. So that's your last tip. Share the revelation, because I'm telling you, there is somebody out there who does not understand that the circle of people that they have in their life, or they have had in their life for the last 10, maybe 20 years, they're not necessarily the people that they need to have in their lives for the next 10 or 20 more years. You can change the people that are in your circle. You can change the quality of the people that are in your circle, because everybody is not, like Steve Harvey said, everybody that comes with you ain't gonna go with you. And I know I'm butchering it up, so you guys go find the video and you find the right wording, right? But everybody that comes with you ain't going with you. And you just have to understand that those are some people that you're going to leave behind. And there are some people in your life who need to hear that and who need to know that. Like everybody that came with you, all those people that are in your circle now, are not necessarily the ones that are going to be in your circle a year from now, 10 years from now, okay? I need you to tell somebody that. It's not the quantity of the people that are in your circle. It's the quality of the people that you have in your circle. I'm going to say that again because I think I even butchered my own stuff, right? So I'm going to look down. It's not the size of the circle that you have to change. It's the quality of the friends in your circle. So I need you to remind somebody of that. I need you to tell somebody that. That's who doesn't know it. I need you to go out there and give them this Friday revelation. All right, so That's the end of this spiel for this week. Don't forget to go ahead and subscribe to my channel so you can get notifications when new revelations are coming out. And I will talk to you guys next Friday, and I'll bring you back with another revelation. All right. Have a good weekend.